'Tis the season to be merry. No, actually, that's a few months away, but it is the 4th of July today, and I wanted to show you guys 4 mods to make your Fallout 4 a bit more patriotic. This is without a doubt going to be a more laid-back video than some of my other ones, but all in all, I found some cool mods that maybe if you're feeling that American theme, even if you're not American, you could download onto your game that are pretty cool. They'll give you some cool experiences, give you some cool new equipment, and even maybe just make it so Fallout 4 is fun again for you. And I know for some of you, that is a pretty tall order. Either way, if you guys do enjoy the content, you can subscribe or like, or none of the above and just watch anyway, but with that, we'll just jump into the video.
Why do they always gotta fight back?
So starting things off, we actually have the Hunt for the Patriotic Shield, which is an interesting name for this one. I feel like the mod author would have called it Captain America's Shield, but didn't want like a copy strike or something like that. And yes, that was deliberate. Either way, what it's going to do is add in Captain America's Shield into Fallout 4. There's a few different paint jobs on it, so you'd have a nice unpainted one for those of you who are truly trying to stay neutral, but alternatively, you also do have a Chinese variant, and of course, the traditional US variant, or just the Captain America variant. The shield itself is pretty cool. It definitely gives you a bit of enjoyment, especially if you do have a melee character or you're just a fan of Captain America. It doesn't include an armor, but there are mods that can do that, and I'll have one linked down below. But one of the coolest parts about this mod is the way to actually get the shield is like a true scavenger hunt. It's effectively a quest without any quest markers. You have to go off the notes and actually find things yourself the hard way. And I would say finding the shield and actually getting the shield in the end is quite rewarding and definitely a lot of fun. So for that reason, I would say this mod's worth a download to kill a half-hour. Well, maybe you're not too good at this game and a shield isn't enough to actually save you. Well, then we also do have a armor, that with War Machine. This is going to be a power armor that came out for Fallout 4 quite a while ago. It was a pretty cool one on release, and of course, outside of it just being the War Machine armor from the Iron Man series of movies, and featuring various paint jobs and a cool aesthetic that does match that, it also does feature an Iron Patriot skin, that of course being in the Iron Man films, the kind of Iron Man suit that was actually made for the US government. And in all honesty, it doesn't get much more nationalistic than walking around Fallout 4's Commonwealth with a red, white, and blue painted suit of armor and a giant machine gun on your shoulder. Unfortunately, that machine gun does not work, but what good is a nice armor without a weapon to go along with it? Well, for that, we actually have the Cross Fireworks Cannon. This is particularly relevant for the 4th of July, as it is going to add in a fireworks cannon when the 4th of July has fireworks. Like any of the other Cross mods, this one is extremely customizable, but of course, you're going to want that red, white, and blue paint job that I am using in the background. And from there, it's actually going to fire fireworks of various sizes. You could have small and large, but also cluster ones that all kind of do exactly what you'd think, as well as having fireworks sound effects. And honestly, it is actually quite satisfying to use this thing, to blow up a few enemies with fireworks. At the end of the day, it largely functions like many of the other launchers in the game, but of course looks quite distinctive and of course patriotic. You know what, all that is fun and dandy, but you need something to do with all this new equipment, right? Well, then we do have America Rising. This is going to be a tale of the Enclave. That's the tagline on the mod. What it's really going to do is actually add in the Enclave back into Fallout 4's Commonwealth. This mod is a ton of fun, and of course the Enclave represents the American government, so it's quite fitting for them to make a return on the 4th of July in your game. This is going to feature hours upon hours of quests and story, and it really is a cool way to get the Enclave back into the Commonwealth. It has real consequences. It will make you aggro to the Brotherhood of Steel depending on which choices you make, and you will actually have to fight the Brotherhood of Steel. But all of this is of course for a good cause. The Enclave will have returned to the Commonwealth by the end of this, and again have real effects on your game after you finish this mod. Even though it came out over a year ago on the 1st of May 2017, it continues to get updates, with the last one being in March of this year. And even beyond that, it just is one of the best quest mods for Fallout 4 available right now. And without a doubt, for me, it was the one I had the most fun with. I'm a little bit partial to the Enclave, and not just for this video. I actually think they're a cool faction. But if you have a few hours to kill and maybe you're a little bit lonely on this 4th of July, this is going to be a great way to cap off the night. So this is a simpler video, only 4 mods, but obviously it's July 4th, so that was quite fitting, and hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Maybe you'll download one of these mods. As always, I thank you all for watching, but before we end things off, we don't have a psychology fun fact, but a 4th of July fun fact. Why do we fire fireworks on the 4th of July? Well, the answer to this question actually goes all the way back to, well, the original 4th of July, the day they signed the Declaration of Independence. It was actually envisioned by John Adams before even signing it. On July 3rd, 1776, the day before he signed the Declaration of Independence. In a letter to his wife, he actually said, "With pomp and parade, with shoes, games, sports, guns, bells, bonfires, and illuminations from one end of this continent to the other, from time forward forevermore." And it was kind of that kicked off fireworks for the 4th of July. The first time we got an official fireworks display from the government was on the following year, so like the first celebration of Independence Day in 1777. And funny enough, it was honestly just this and this celebration that kind of spurred the fireworks industry. As people kept firing off fireworks on July 4th, the availability and the options of those fireworks started to grow to meet the demand. So if you're wondering why we fire off fireworks on the 4th of July, it literally goes all the way back to the day before we signed the Declaration of Independence. Either way, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. As always, I thank you all for watching. Hopefully you guys had a good day today, and hopefully it's going to be a great day tomorrow. But with that, I'll see you guys all next time. Later.